Hello, my name is Steve Bruno, and welcome to the Intervention channel, or welcome back. Today's subject is on negotiation, which may be a little more interesting than you think. I am fascinated by negotiation. For one main reason is that it is an indicator on the timeline of an intervention. It is an indicator of a shift, right? When you're getting a no, a hard no, and then it moves to a rough, I'll think about it. And then it moves to negotiation, right? Let's say a question comes from John, the addict, your loved one, whomever it may be, him or her. Well, can I bring my laptop? That is a good sign. When it moves from, no, man, fuck that. I'm not going to fucking Florida. What are you talking about? What, California? I already live in California, or I don't live in California. I don't want to go to, I did an intervention in Mineral Wells, West Virginia. It's not even, on Google Maps, you have to like zoom way in just to see this place. And I'm chasing this kid around. I go out there. It's like Walmart and King Buffet. That's pretty much it. You know, Cracker Barrel, yay. And I'm sitting there, and the family had put this program out that was in Huntington Beach and then San Diego. And I told him, I said, man, you got a place to go in Huntington Beach with a pool, a hot tub, 10-minute walk to the beach. What are we doing in Mineral Wells, West Virginia? And yet he was fighting me on it. And what happened eventually is what I'm talking about here is he was fighting me. He was going to stay with his girlfriend. Then he tried to stay with her mother. Then he tried to stay with her sister. I think he was sleeping with all of them or working on it. And so I ran interference. I went and visited his mom. I printed a bunch of pictures of the place. I said, you know, he doesn't have to stay here. She's poor with a baby. He's on drugs. She didn't want him there. He just made it sound like he had to be there, that he was homeless and his parents were being so cruel, throwing him out and all this shit. And so I showed her. I said, look, this is the place. She was just like, he can go there and all he has to do is go. Like, yep. So she threw him the fuck out. She said, you need to go to treatment. Went to her sister's house. So I'm working on it. That was a long intervention, man, like 8 days. It's like freaking exhausting. But, you know, 8-day intervention, 1-day intervention, the only thing that matters is it works. So, and that's another thing, you know, Perseus said, he conquers who endures. Keep that in mind. So if you endure, and then he calls me. I had actually just called the family to tell them, you know, having to cut him off and all this. I was sort of tying off. And I was getting ready for a loss. I was getting ready to lose. And I fell asleep. I was very tired. It was about 1 in the afternoon. I just fell asleep on my hotel room bed. And I'm in a hotel room right now, as you can see. I'm actually on an intervention right now. Anyway, I fell asleep, and he calls me. I woke up, answered the phone. He said, can you come meet me? So I went and met him, and he was very quiet, very subdued. I believe I had run interference on every option he had. That's what a good interventionist does. You look for that quality. Perseverance. And he said, can you get me some cigarettes? Sure. And then it was, can you get me some food? Sure. Yeah. Went to Taco Bell, got his favorite, whatever. He showed me the house he grew up in. He was sort of nostalgic. It was interesting. He was an 18-year-old kid, very nostalgic, quiet. And then the negotiation came. Can my friend come with me? Well, your friend can't come with you to the program unless she's an addict and her family has some money to pay for it. And he says, no, I'm scared to fly. Like, that's what this all boiled down to. He was afraid. It's not that he didn't want to go and get better. It's not that he didn't appreciate the amenities. He was terrified of flying. Even though I knew I was going to negotiate him out of that, we didn't end up bringing her. I said, yeah. I said, sure. But you have to understand, this is how I negotiated out of that. I said, look, we can do that, but you have to think about her. This is going to be a 5-hour flight one direction. She's going to say goodbye to you at the airport. Then she's going to stay in a hotel by herself. I mean, I can stay there in another room, but then I'm just in another room. She's going to be by herself, and then she's going to have a 5-hour flight back. That is a very heavy request to make of somebody. But what were we doing? We were negotiating. Negotiation is a beautiful thing, if you let it. Can I bring my laptop? Sure. They were going to take it away from him and put it in the safe and not let him have access to it once he got there. But look, you know, you got to take baby steps. You can't just be totally honest with somebody, I'm sorry, and say, yeah, no, you can't bring your laptop. Can I bring my cell phone? No, you can't bring your cell phone. You're going to lose the negotiation. He's just going to go, you know, fuck it. I can't bring anything. It's going to be boring. He's already addicted to the screen. Let them deal with it there. A good program will have people, you know, you have some cutie pie at the place, sit down with John, you know, and, you know, bat her eyes. I mean, I'm serious. I know it's not really playing dirty, but it's like playing to win. You know, you got to play your pieces strategically. You can't just play your pieces openly. Otherwise, the guy's going to have you for lunch. So anyway, there are some things about negotiation. I don't think I need to do a part 2 on this. Negotiation is negotiation. You start high, right? You know, when do you want to leave? Well, I'll leave next month. Well, how about tonight? You know he's not going to go tonight. I'm not going to fucking go tonight. Well, you're not going to go next month. Well, what about next week? Well, what about tomorrow morning? You always start high. It's called a high close. Like when you're getting flights, right? What flight do you want? You want 6 a.m. or 3 in the afternoon? Of course he's going to pick 3 in the afternoon, but you let him feel that he's picking something. So if you want to read more about it, buy my book. There's a whole chapter on negotiation in there. It's pretty good. It's called More Than Hope. It's on Amazon and Kindle. If you want to learn more about how to do an intervention, just click on the next video. There's lots of videos here to watch, lots of information to get. If you're a professional, click on subscribe, or even if you're just a loved one looking for help, click on subscribe and share it with the rest of your family. If you want to ask me a question directly, you can do it in the comments section so everybody can see the answer, or you can go to stevebruno.com. And there's a contact form there. You can fill that out. That'll come through my email. My phone number is there. You can call me. You can text me. All right, I'm happy to help in any way I can. I know that you need it. If you come here, you need help. So get it. Watch the videos. And thank you for watching the Intervention channel. I'm Steve Bruno.